bam, in a sudden flash of knowing, of insight, the answer you've been looking for pops in your head. You have a complete understanding, but you're not quite sure where it came from. I call this a BFO, a blinding flash of the obvious. But what happened? Where did this information come from? And why now? In this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 different types of cognizance and how you can discern the difference between your thinking cognizance and the 2 types of claircognizance that we all can access from time to time randomly, but with proper training when you need it and on command. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I instruct old souls in the spiritual skills and practices that help them discover who they are, why they're here, and where they're going, and by so doing, help them find their purpose, get happy, and start thriving. Welcome to my channel. We're here to help you find the answers you're looking for. So cognizance, or cognizant thoughts, come in 3 flavors. The first one is physical. It's a function of your brain and subconscious and conscious mind. The other 2 are claircognizance. One is an ESP phenomenon and the other a mediumship phenomenon. Today, we're going to help you distinguish and discern between those 3 types of cognizance so you can better understand how your mind works, how to get the job done you want to accomplish this lifetime, and more importantly, do so living a happy, fulfilled life, following your purpose, and thriving. The biggest worry and concern that spiritual seekers have, and anyone who's spiritual but not religious and looking for spiritual answers, is delusion. Delusion. Until you're able to discern exactly what's going on with your mind and controlling your mind so you get on command, quiet, receptive thinking tranquility spaces, you're subject to delusion. And delusion can lead you down a path to hell quicker than anything else and causes frustration, anger, anxiety, stress, overthinking, and too many things for me to list here. But virtually everything that you experience which is not positive is because you're seeing one thing, you're interpreting that one thing through your instinct for survival, which is all part of the physical body, rather than seeing and hearing what's going on with your intuitive knowing and your intuitive senses, and having that inform your behaviors and your actions. In my experience, cognizance is a superpower. But that superpower comes from your physical brain. And remember, your physical brain, it said you only use 10% of it. But it's your conscious mind that uses 10% of your brain's capacity. The other 90% is in your subconscious mind. And it filters and runs the show behind the scenes without you even knowing it. All of the filters, all of the beliefs, all of the mindsets, all of the attitudes, everything that is you, your personality, your ego, is contained within your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind's job is to help you survive, stay alive, procreate for the species. So it's all your animal behavior and instinctual behavior. It also helps you with higher level problem-solving skills. So behind the scenes, your subconscious mind knows what it needs to survive, whether you consciously chose that or not. It's always solving problems. And when you are going through a problem, when you're looking for answers, when you need solutions, your subconscious mind is there working behind the scenes to provide that with you. Cognizance, this sudden sense of knowing, this sudden awareness, this sudden insight that wasn't there the moment before but is there now, is how your subconscious mind communicates with your conscious mind. That's why so many times the first thing when you wake up in the morning, bam, you have an answer you've been looking for. Because your subconscious mind knows that's the time your conscious mind is most receptive to receiving this information. So the biggest and most important part of your physical brain is its ability to solve problems for you. So your cognizant superpower is really part of your physical brain, your subconscious mind communicating with your conscious mind. However, there are claircognizant and claircognizance abilities that we have, and those come in from your ESP and your spirit guides and teachers through mediumship. The difference is so subtle that only a highly trained and developed mind in exquisite control can discern them. The first claircognizance we're going to talk about is your ESP, extrasensory perception. All mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. And the difference is this. A psychic who is medium communicates directly with teachers, guides on the spirit side. A psychic who is not a medium deals in the realm of vibrations and communicating with their own spirit self to get answers. ESP Based Claircognizance are your intuition. And it's that knowing which is most pronounced and most specific when you meet someone for the first time and you get a sense of whether they are trustable, whether you would like them, and what's going on there. But there's a big caveat to your ESP claircognizance, and that's you have to be able to see beyond the physical characteristics of the person. Many times we will find someone very attractive, and we will disregard our intuitive knowing about that person because they're hot. I think we've all done that. Dated someone who we knew wasn't the right person, but they were hot, so we did it anyway. Some of us even married that person. And then when it all fell apart, we said, I should have listened to that other voice rather than that instinctual, they're hot voice. Anytime we are interacting with the real world, we have the information coming in from our physical senses, but we also have correlate information coming in through our psychic senses. Our ability to listen to the information coming from our psychic senses helps us discern and understand exactly what's going on. Many times, the information that comes as the form of a knowing, as a form of an understanding, as a form of a comprehension about something that doesn't map to one of our direct physical five senses, that's your claircognizance. That's your claircognizant ability. Distinct from that is our mediumship-based claircognizance. And mediumship-based claircognizance is our spirit guides and teachers passing information to us about a circumstance or a situation that we perceive in a cognizant manner. Here's the problem with that. Many times, because it's not a normal five sense type of information, clairsentience, which is more physical experiences, clairvoyance, which is being able to see images, clairaudience, which is being able to hear and perceive words, and clairolfactory and clairgastronomy experiences. Those are all physical senses that we can relate to, that our spirit guides and teachers can convey information which we very rarely mistake. An overall sense of knowing is more difficult to discern. So I very rarely experienced a teacher sharing that with us, except within the confines of a dark circle or a seance, and for learning purposes, where we will actually get an overall sense of knowing of a scene or a situation they're instructing us with. Many times you have to understand that this overall sense of knowing is related to people, and our spirit guides and teachers cannot interfere with how we would interact with a person, because it's one of the prime spiritual laws of non-interference. If they were to influence us by telling us, yes, this person is a jerk, you shouldn't date them, they're interfering with our free will with what we're here to learn and understand. One of the biggest problems with our spirit guides and teachers is that they are not allowed to give us the answer. They can only be there for us to help us clean up the mess, and they can, from time to time, ask you to, are you sure? Are you sure you really want to do that? But they will not give you the answer about who to marry, who to date, what job to take, and stuff like that, because it's your path, it's your life, and they will not live your life for you. It's fortunate to be a very good medium who can get verifiable, accurate information on command. Makes you a very good psychic who can use ESP to get information on command. Because if spirit guides and teachers can't or won't answer, then you fall back on your ESP, your own psychic abilities to get the answer. And many times, especially regarding situations, circumstances, and people, that will come in the form of this all of a sudden instant BFO, blinding flash of the obvious, information dumped in an instantaneous insight and knowing. So that's Claircognizance ESP. Same thing, only slightly different from your teachers, where bam, the answer's there, and sometimes it comes from your teacher. Only a highly trained psychic and medium can really discern the difference. So you've got the three. You've got your physical, mind-based thought cognizance. Then you got the two claircognizants. And being able to discern the difference between the three will help you make actionable decisions to know how you can move forward on your path the best way possible. Knowing that that information is there and distinct from our physical senses helps us avoid the path of delusion, which many times can lead to emotional upset, psychological problems, and basically be the path to hell. I hope this helped clear things up for you. What I'd like you to do is ask your questions down in the comments. Specifically, I'd like you to share any circumstance or situation where you've got this all of a sudden BFO that helped you make a decision in your life, and share that with others. And I'd like to see what your experiences are, and ask me a question if you'd like me to comment on whether I believe it's a thinking cognizance or one of the claircognizances. Many people ask about claircognizance guided meditation. What's the best guided meditation you can use to open up your claircognizance? And like, guided meditation doesn't work that way. Remember, guided meditation is taking you on a journey in your mind's eye, which is very good for relaxation, but it's not very good for opening the spiritual eyes of your soul or opening your third eye so you can perceive your own ESP based claircognizance or mediumship based claircognizance. I don't recommend guided meditations for claircognizance. The best meditation to develop your claircognizance is stillness. And I'll leave a link in the captions below to my video on how to do a basic stillness meditation practice. But stillness meditation practice works this way. It's the fastest way to clean off all of the noise and clutter on the blackboard of your mind. So you have this psychic information coming in from either your own spirit or your spirit guides and teachers, and then you got all the noise in your side of your mind, all of the thoughts, ramblings, overthinking, all that stuff. Stillness meditation wipes all that out. So you have a quiet space of receptivity and thinking tranquility, so you can discern for yourself whether the information is coming from your own thinking and your subconscious mind, whether it's coming from your ESP-based claircognizance from your own spirit, or if it's coming from one of your spirit guides and teachers. And being able to have that level of discernment is absolute power. The best claircognizant exercises are exercises that are verifiable, that develop your psychic abilities and your psychic powers. I've placed a link in the caption below that will share with you the basic verifiable psychic practices that will help you develop verifiable psychic skills. Once you can do that on command, then you're well on your way to creating happiness, a fulfilled life, knowing your purpose, and allowing yourself to always know what your next step will be, where it will take you, and never being surprised. I hope you found this video instructional and informative. If so, smash the thumbs up button. Let us know you like it and it's working for you. If not, smash the didn't like button so we'll know. If you do smash the did not like button, leave a comment and let us know what worked and didn't work for you so we can improve and get you the information that you need. If you're new here, first time on our channel, and it's pretty new, so probably most of you are, consider subscribing, hitting the little bell so we can stay connected and walk our paths together towards spiritual perfection. As in the caption below, I've left an invitation to join us in our private Facebook group called The Old Soul Academy. I created this group because it's a safer, more private place for us to have conversations about your spiritual growth and development. Out here in the YouTube community, it's an open conversation, and we accept people exactly where they are and where they aren't, and I will respond to them in any way I can. However, there are certain times where we don't want to have the general public know our comments and our questions. So we created a Facebook group to create a place where everyone is agreeing to play fair and be nice and respect one another. And lastly, if you're not so much into YouTube and you'd like to connect with us socially, I put a link to all of my social links down in the caption below. Well, that's it. Claircognizance can be a superpower. However, I really want you to consider that cognizance, your subconscious ability to solve problems and get those BFOs, those BAM moments, those blinding flashes of the obvious, brilliant insights that inform and solve problems for you, is more coming from your subconscious mind. And this magnificent tool we have, the power of which you've only barely scratched the surface of. And with proper training, you can learn to create miracles for your own life, and with proper training, in the lives of others. This video is dedicated to giving you spiritual instruction and guidance so you can find your life purpose, get happy, and start thriving. We publish videos typically on Sunday afternoons and Wednesday afternoons. We're brand new, so we're kind of learning this whole process, so bear with us. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, my highest blessings.